Hey guys, John from Johnstone's Cars. Please note that all videos with only my car in it was actually filmed on a different day, but both days were great fun, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Cheers. So we're driving down this area just here, and it was actually quite slippery. You can't really notice, but there's actually no traction here. So yeah, pretty much just sliding the whole way down here. Both cars had slight issues in the sense that we were trying to stop just about here, but we were just sliding the whole way down. Oop. I'm sliding now with just my feet. So yeah, no, good fun. So this is a bog hole that we're going to be going through. It's actually part of the road, but yeah, this is a bog hole. Now I have to get by somehow. Oh yeah, it's a bit wet here. In all honesty, most of the road hasn't been that wet, but here has been very, very wet. So it's always good, bit of fun. This was the rest of the hill. This was actually quite fun. Very slippery. When we did this, we both drove up here. Well, I drove up here in low range center diff. The Pajero used low range center diff, and then had to go into front diff on and rear diff on just to get up the last bit of the hill, as it was just too slippery. This little bit is just me by myself. Again, as I said, it's a different day, and it was very wet. Now, we're driving today when it's been wet. Not really ideal conditions if you have a sort of a standard Prado, but it should be pretty fine with the all-terrain tires and pretty much all the off-road gear this vehicle has. But if you're an experienced full driver, this will be fairly easy for you. But it's a good beginner sort of mid-level track. Some areas are a bit too hard for a beginner, I would say. You'd be able to do it easily with a winch or an snorkel, but it just it's good to have maybe a little bit more experience on this particular track, especially during the wet season, as it is a little bit wet today. During the dry weather, it would probably be more of a beginner's track than anything else. Currently, I'll be driving this particular track pretty much until the halfway point with my middle or center diff lock in. You know what, viewers, I'm going to today try out the crawl mode, or as I like to call it, automatic or cruise control mode, just to see if it actually does anything in the wet. Normally I don't like it because I think it does nothing, but we'll just see if things work well with it. In all honesty, the crawl mode did pretty well there. Definitely for a beginner, you could easily use that. It is a little bit more fun without the cruise control or the crawl mode, if you're in low range. And just in first gear, really, you could easily have done that yourself. Just using crawl mode again. At the moment it's questionable, but it's at least I'm not sliding. You don't want to be sliding on these hills. They really are not. I really just don't want to be sliding on the hill, yeah. There is a bit of slide, but the car, oh yeah, that is a lot of slide actually. See, I'm just taking it off crawl mode just there, just because it's not doing exactly what I want. And it just keeps sliding the back around, to be honest, which doesn't help at all. So just gives my clear point of view of I don't actually think the crawl mode is actually that beneficial. So again, this is a little bit tougher than you'd want to do if you're a beginner. I'm doing it because just experiencing new areas. It was actually quite easy, a hell lot easier than I did last time when I was going the other way. So definitely easier, but yeah, again, I don't see the point of crawl mode. MTS, now on my other video I didn't really know anything about MTS because I haven't really used it much, but I used it the other day when I was in Nuji, and I can guarantee you now that when I used it the other day in Nuji, it helps me out massively. So I do recommend using the MTS, but using the crawl mode, just again, as I said back then, it just didn't help me out. If anything, yes, it was slow going down the hill, but as soon as I started sliding, it didn't get me out of the slide. It just helped me slide even more. So that's when I braked and I took over myself. Hey guys. So this is fire track number 1. This is on the road to Warburton it's pretty easy, majority of it. However, there is one section in the middle where the ruts are very deep. I got it up at reasonably easy. Let's see if I can get down it reasonably easy. But yeah, look, it's pretty much just to show you. I won't be talking much on this one. Probably fast forward through a lot of it just to show you the track, but yeah, it's a fairly easy track with a little bit of complication in the middle. Probably when we get to the complication side, I'll talk. So just here, I'm climbing up the hill to show you how deep these ruts are. The ruts actually sort of just under my kneecap. I was really just at this time checking to see whether or not the Pajero could actually go on the ruts or not. Turns out you probably need a lift kit of about 4 inches and probably some 35s or even 37 mud trains to get in those ruts. So we climbed over the top of them, as you will be able to see in this clip. Up ahead, I actually speed up the video works because I had it in crawl mode, and crawl mode is absolutely insanely slow. And so I just want to, show you what it was sort of like, but just sort of speed it up, and then for a second there, I'll show you how slow crawl mode is. As you can see, crawl mode is incredibly slow. This is really just to show you how slow it is. As you can see next, when the Pajero comes down, that it is a fair bit quicker. He's still going quite slow, but it's a lot quicker than what this is doing. It also makes quite a lot of noise. So I just thought I'd add this in while the Pajero is coming down the mountain. The Pajero actually outperformed the Prado by a massive amount, especially when you consider the cost. The Pajero really, I mean, you could probably buy one for about $6,000 at the moment, and then spend the money, the same amount of money I spent sort of on my Prado. That is the extra cost of the Prado, in the sense of bull bar, winch, snorkel, and tires. The only difference between the Pajero and the Prado is a 2-inch lift, possibly 2.5. I'll have to ask the owner, and a front diff lock. But as you'll see later on, that I get stuck, and the Pajero just gets through it quite easily. So guys, you probably can't see, but these are pretty steep ruts. I went down in crawl mode, really just to show you how slow it really is. I ended up actually going into the second sort of fast, or second slow speed in the crawl mode. Look, the car I'm with, the Pajero, he would have struggled on this, in the sense being in the ruts, but it's doable. It's just it's pretty steep, that's all. But yeah, we're just parked down here. So what I should say is steep actually means deep, very deep ruts. We parked down the bottom here just to give us some sort of flatness to park on. And I'm just showing you really how deep the ruts are. Again, just showing you the deepness of the ruts. They were very deep. My standard height car definitely wouldn't be able to fit them in them. And in all honesty, I don't think the Pajero would have. These photos are just showing you where I got stuck. I just misjudged the track, and in all honesty, I think it's just the fact that my car's not high enough off the ground. Another 2.5 inch lift, I reckon, would have been perfect. This is just the boot of my car, just sort of showing you what's in it. Brought a chainsaw with me. Other than that, it's pretty tidy actually. Anyway, the video's coming up, and I'll just show you what we do when we're winching. I'm just really showing you how long it actually takes to winch a car when you're not really prepared. Like when you're just driving along thinking, oh yeah, I can make this sort of thing. This is really how long it takes. I've cut some bits out as well. It took me about half an hour, 45 minutes just to get out of this. Also, it would be really good if you bring a winch mat along. Just could possibly save someone's life. Winches do or can break off your winch. So the winch mat really just protects people around you. Enjoy. Thanks for watching John Stone's Cars. Please like, subscribe, and share. See you next time.